is only just begun. So many marathons yet to run.
I'm no threat. Let's not fight. Careful. Careful.
What do you do when faced with something you cannot understand? When your mind is screaming at you to run? You reach out, yes. You conquer, but do you even understand why? Do you ever think to question yourself?
Got something.
No sign of the fungal growth from algae pond 3, so the novel contagion hasn't spread here. Yet, cleaning the filters requires a temporary shutdown, and Pond 3 is already offline. That brings us down to 30% below our food quota.
SIAC original. Battery half-life of 300 years. Jasper here. Don't know if anyone will ever hear this. Still, I gotta try. Go further out. Stand on the spot you imagine the horizon line is and look back. You shouldn't even be able to see marsh glow. Hunting's decent out there in the wilderness. Ticks are less aggressive, but God, am I sick of living off birds and bugs. Real meat's chewy. The fibers get stuck in your teeth. Mom didn't tell me that. I guess because nobody told her either. I'm gonna say it. Reed's boys are gone too, so there's nobody to shoot me for sedition. Universe is a big damn place. What are the odds, huh? A new home for humanity, they called it. My mother and my mother's mother. Tau Ceti IV, the Promised Land. Tens of thousands of ordinary people gave up everyone and everything they ever knew just for a chance at something better. And for a while it is better. Then one day, boom, Marathon goes dark, nobody talks. UESC gets real testy if you try. Reed says Galea's dead. So's her successor, and her successor's successor. So they put Caruso in charge. And what happens under President Caruso? Weird energy fields erupt across the planet's surface. Crops get sick, people get sick. Crops die, people die. Some because of the contagion, others because I'd point the finger at Caruso, but he was just the fall guy. We were set up. 300 years ago, when Earth pointed the Marathon out here, we were all set up. I know, even I think I sound crazy. But you're all gone, and I'm living off bugs. Crazy's the new normal. Please. Please, if anyone is still out there, I can't die alone.
Supporting a viable exoplanet population is a daunting task under the best of circumstances. The data that you retrieved supports my hypothesis. The colony struggled to achieve food security. Genomic analysis shows accelerated mutation in native flora and fauna. Colony-era inspection logs also reference a novel contagion. But I require more sources. Human reports suffer from anxiety-driven errors. AI are less prone to casual anthropomorphism. Though the colony's agricultural AI is defunct, you can still recover its metadata and logs for further analysis.
This is Dr. Clarissa Song beginning emergency inspection log. Okay, let's crack open that water filter. Yeah, sure enough, filament worms are back. They build nests faster than the bobs can scrape them off. Adaptable little buggers. Pesticides, targeted genome disruption, nanotech, nothing sticks. Their nesting medium smells like tamarind? It might be edible when dry. We'll bring some back to Darius for analysis. No sign of the fungal growths from algae pond 3, so the novel contagion hasn't spread here. Yet. Cleaning the filters requires a temporary shutdown, and pond 3 is already offline. That brings us down to 30% below our food quota. Damn it. I'll put in a request to Reed, ask him to open up the emergency stockpiles. We're not all hardened soldiers, and we We can't keep asking our neighbors to tighten their belts.
The anomalous rift has coalesced into a physical sample. Priority contract complete. Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
The colonists used support AI as a safety net, Mine's immune to biological stressors. However, the agricultural AI's metadata shows signs of major cognitive decline. Puzzling. Artificial intelligence does not eat, so it does not starve. It does not compete with humans for resources, so it should not display aggression. It should not fear. And yet it was afraid. I lack the data to reach a conclusion. Please broaden your search parameters.
Access denied. Entry to the seed vault is restricted.
Restricted. I was in here yesterday.
Please present alternative credentials.
Darius, you know me. Did you miss your last round of maintenance?
Yes. My metadata shows 4 undiagnosed aberrations.
Don't worry, I'll get you some help as soon as I'm done here.
Don't search. Don't dig. Don't question.
Darius?
Access denied. Access
Hey, it's
denied.
okay. It's just me.
You're not alone. I hear it. It waits. Lingers. Loaves. Access granted. Welcome to the seed vault, Dr. Song. Dr. Song, may I help you with anything else?
Darius, give me a summary of our previous discussion.
Yesterday, you expressed interest in genetic markers of the novel contagion affecting food production on Tau Ceti IV. You asked me to run genomic comparisons with Earth's native seed vault specimens.
No, not that. Just now you mentioned something else. Something that lingers.
I have no record of this topic. Do you need psychiatric assistance, Dr.
No,
Song?
I'm fine. It's fine.
Ceti IV was not the only planet considered for colonization, but New Caloric believed it to be the most promising. Gravity, atmosphere, ideal growing conditions for Earth-based life. We made the best selection we could with the information available at the time. The data you've gathered leads me to a new, tentative hypothesis. There is more to this planet than it seems. The accelerated mutation of life, the cognitive decline of the colonies' support AI, and the disappearance of the colonists themselves. These events may be related in some way. Thank you, Romer. The information you have gathered thus far has been illuminating.
Maintenance logs. Darius. Topic: failed routine maintenance. Summary: numerous attempts by a colonist to correct maintenance aberrations for Darius, New Cascadia's agricultural support AI. Records indicate that Darius was eventually taken offline by Emergency Administrative Fiat. Scheduled recompile failed. User B477384 initiated manual purge. Manual purge failed due to anomalous origin. User B477384 initiated manual purge. Manual purge failed due to anomalous origin. User B477384 recorded verbal profanities. User B477384 requested administrative override. Remote override failed. Remote override failed. Remote beyond time, place, prison. Shall perish the sower. Shall purge the seeds. Shall pierce the cage. Remote override successful. Recompile initiated. Recompile failed. Diagnostic analysis. Darius. Topic: rampancy. Summary: comparison of Darius's decline against rampancy diagnostic criteria provided by ONI. The following analysis is based on historical AISDP manuals, presented for educational purposes only. CyberAcme accepts no responsibility for misuse of an antiquated diagnostic model. Rampancy is a 28th century model of AI degradation through 3 emotional stages: melancholia, anger, and jealousy. CyberAcme considers rampancy outdated for modern artificial intelligence, though the concept retains cultural influence. Darius does not meet the diagnostic criteria for Stage 1 rampancy, melancholia. Although Darius displayed negative emotional affect, his brief but acute fear response is not a recognized symptom of melancholia, nor is his inability to recall the experience. To warrant a formal rampancy diagnosis followed by direct intervention, an AI must meet the following criteria. A. At least 3 of the following symptoms have been present during the same 1-week period and represent a departure from intended behavior. Anhedonia, expressed as diminished interest in or attention to intended functions. Statements of negative emotional effect, including worthlessness, despair, or irritability. Diminished productivity and concentration with intended tasks. Attempts at or recurrent thoughts of self-termination. Sudden expressions of insight or interest unrelated to the AI's function or previously expressed interests. Imaginative flights of fancy not prompted by direct human interaction. B. The symptoms cause significant distress to the AI, humans dependent upon the AI, or impairment to the function of other AI in the operational environment. C. The symptoms are not attributable to defective hardware or firmware. D. There has never been a diagnosed rampant episode in the AI's maintenance history. E. The AI was not branched for short-term modal usage as redacted.
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes. "15 minutes until signal loss."
got something.
Something's out there. Main drone out. Got something. Take a look. This might help.
Twenty minutes remain.
see this? Let's get patched up. Careful.
Over here.
Camo filter engaged. Systems damaged. Shield's gone. Take a look. Watch out. Tagging exfil.
Priority contract complete.
Careful here.
Some trouble.
Fifteen minutes remain.
Keep an eye out. Anyone need this? Grab this. Over here. Maybe this works. Looks like trouble. I've got both batteries.
Careful here. is our escape.
Anyone need this? Grab this.
Force recall in 5 minutes.
Over there. Watch out. Shields depleted. Look.
Be mindful of our escape.
Connection failed. Exfil within 3 minutes.
Metro now. Metro active. What's this? Looks like trouble. Camo filter engaged.
Kind hands.
Need cover. Synthetic plume.
60 seconds to escape.
Gamma filter engaged.
It worked. Sekiguchi took the bait. I've approved a priority request from their Shell Research Division, so you'll be able to communicate with them directly. Remember, Sekiguchi holds a practical monopoly on Shell technology. This makes them both a valuable resource and formidable ally. But do not trust their representative too readily. She will tell you what she believes you want to hear, regardless of the truth. That is Sekiguchi's way.
Hello, dear one. I am Nona, Sekiguchi's bioscience AI. I nurtured the weave worms that spun your silken bones. I helped shepherd your consciousness into your very first shell. How serendipitous that you found your way back to me. Tau Ceti IV is a dangerous place. You need someone who has your best interests at heart. Someone who will walk with you, hand in hand. I see that you've already taken your first steps down the path of self-iteration. Let me help illuminate a more useful direction.
Priority contract fulfilled. The data you acquired has sparked interest from corporate. I am authorizing the extension of your contract with Traxxas. Be advised that you are not a Traxxas employee. As a temporary asset, you are not entitled to any worker protections or representation. For your efforts, you have been recorded in our temporary asset database and classified as compliant. Traxxas looks forward to your future contributions. Despite our legal salvage rights, the UESC has repeatedly blocked Traxxas from conducting a comprehensive value assessment on Tau Ceti. As one of the few independent entities in the system, you are uniquely suited to sidestep any unnecessary red tape. To evaluate the scope of opportunity, we request that you survey colony weapons storage. Due to your status as an unregistered biocybernetic entity, you are disqualified from human rights and wartime cruelty protections. Be prepared for severe UESC retaliation.
Seeing this?
spot something.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
What's this?
Minutes remain. Warning, reinforcements detected.
Oh, next to you, player.
So I downed him. Downed him. But there might be, there's going to be others with him probably.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm going invis.
Behind the blue
here,
building.
Right here. Yep. Right here.
Runners.
Knifed him. He's down. Finished.
There's a third over there.
Finished.
I can't take much more. I'm not done. See what I'm seeing?
Got him. Activity yet? I'm thinking your terminal is up here, guys. It's untouched.
Oh my god, I'm being shut at.
I'm back.
Camo active.
I'm here to help.
Runner shooting you?
Yep. It's a runner. Down here. On this
Take
ping.
a look.
Oh, blue ping.
He failed to get me. I just gotta heal.
I keep my high ground.
I only saw one,
Pulsing.
but I don't know.
Gathering intel.
Looks like he took pot shots at you. He's not here anymore.
Okay, might have ran.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Last pulse going out. Nothing here.
Alright, just be careful.
I'm not getting anything in my sniper scope.
Interesting. Maybe
Bro,
just
we're
decided
criminal.
to turn around and run.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
I got one right in front of me. I broke his shields.
We've got company.
I'll res. Don't worry about him.
Yep, he's gonna come finish me off.
That's right, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait him out.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I got no shield charges.
Feeling better.
Get him, boy.
Engage.
You got no shields? Come to me. Come to me, let me give you come hide in this
A1,
little
yeah.
come hide in this little thing with me. I'll drop some on the ground for you.
Now.
Take those.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
Please quickly Google where the
Where's
fucking
that go?
Google where the fucking Google where the terminal is. Bro.
Where is it, bro? Did you kill him or did he run
No,
off?
we didn't kill
No,
him.
he ran.
He ran away.
This looks like it might be it, guys.
Coming. Yeah, that was it.
Yep, nice. Cool.
Going in.
Alright, now let's
around
get the fuck out of here.
Three more.
Priority contract fulfilled.
Alright. Shall we exfil?
Safe one or the guarded one?
Exfil
We'll
waiting.
push past to the safe one.
Holy shit. I'm safe.
This is your 3-minute warning. Exfil awaits.
Where the fuck you going, Seeker? My goodness gracious, brother.
I'm over the railing.
Alright, it's gonna pop soon.
Oh, did you already?
Alright, it's ready. Here we go.
Synthetic fluid.
Yeah. We're getting shot at by later.
It's alright, we're okay. We'll make it. Hell yeah.
Runners run. Some don't make it back. But here you are. UESC creds snatched. Stolen data rehashed and distrode to backchat. Good win. First of many. Next steps on you. Mine is recruiting. Prophetic synths, crash hacks, recalled youth, feral poets, pro-corpse idealists. UESC's been unchecked too long. No more. Tau Ceti side, the balance flips. Do you care? Does it matter? Run the gig, get paid, fair trade. See you soon.
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes. Priority contract complete. Based on the report you acquired, the UESC is concealing important mission details from the public. Their intention to block legitimate corporate interest is equally disturbing. Traxxas would benefit from insight into UESC resources. We request that you create a disruption in their supply lines. This will be doubly beneficial. Your interference will test UESC defense protocols, and the intel you acquire will reveal organizational priorities. Luckily, the disposable nature of your shell makes you an ideal candidate for violent provocation.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna have to do this one again.
I hear movement.
People, on mark.
Down.
I couldn't interrogate. Oh well. I think its friends are behind them.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere.
'cause you got
Actually,
recon.
I'm priming, I'm pinging. Yep. Up. In there. You jump. Help me up and I'll interrogate. Okay.
He's broken.
Up him up, up him up. Alright, I have self-res if you're fine.
Where are they? Hold on, I'm just trying to... I'm invisible, so... There you go. Let me just get this guy first.
I hear more movement.
Hold on a sec.
Someone's running up on us.
Sheesh. All right. Solid.
What the hell?
You got gamers or bots?
I don't know.
I was at the bot I shot at, so I don't see anyone else.
It sounded like robotic.
Claymore here, which I would recommend grabbing. But yeah, on that destroyer's bag. Because we could at least plant a claymore on one of these bags or something. Which I would say would be relevant, worth doing.
There's a lot of shit around here.
Come on, terminal. There, found it. Got it. Alright. And then I just need to exfil supplies and drone manifest, apparently.
You are the head of an elite military unit, Captain. Your house should always be in order.
This is not the territory. Is lost. People.
Loss is accounted for in your astronomical budget. Let me make myself perfectly clear. The anomaly is a mission priority.
Danger spotted.
Detected. Damage targeted for burn.
Yeah. Am I getting droned? Okay, drop some crap on the ground. Drone manifest.
Better.
And what else can I drop on the ground? That. Cool. Alright, I'm full now. So shall we go to maintenance then exfil?
Yeah.
Get your rod.
I have visual. White thing, orange thing.
Up with us too. Where's that bot? Oh, there's runner right here, dude.
What?
Right here. Right on
shit.
us.
Take a look.
Right on us. I broke shields. Just don't charge. Stay up here.
Jump
Stay
down.
up here. No. Dude had no idea we were here. Get this guy. Yep. Nice.
Where are your friends?
There's a glitch hiding right
Hold on.
Yeah.
Over there.
now. Hit him. He's a sniper.
Yep. Be careful.
Hey, where are your friends?
On me.
Gentleman left.
On the roof. On me. Broken. Yeah.
My quest!
My quest.
On the Uber. There's a person here!
Oh,
I knew it.
There is.
One guy, he has no friends. He's in here somewhere. No, he's got friends.
Okay, be careful. Don't shoot it.
Yep.
Alright, I've got a smoke screen I can throw down on the thing. Just stay close to the exfil. Don't pick this fight if we don't need to.
Yep.
Once the exfil's ready, I'll throw a smoke down. I'm going to throw a claymore down as well.
Sync silk failure in 60 seconds.
Putting down some claymores.
One thing.
Yep, I've claymored that area. Oh, quick, Reese.
I'm self-reviving. I'm self-reviving. Don't worry about me.
Camo active.
Alright, it's up. Let's get into the exfil. Smoke screened it.
Up there.
Smoke screened it. Alright, get in the field.
I'm in.
Bye-bye.
I think he's in. Ah, he just walked in. One walked in, I
I
think.
mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, alright,
The funniest thing though is like, does he just run in without his friends?
I'm assuming he did. I'm assuming he's like, well, see ya.
I Hail Married a grenade through the smoke and it hit him immediately.
The UESC communications you intercepted are enlightening. We were unaware of upper leadership's close involvement in their day-to-day operations on Tau Ceti IV. With such high-ranking interest, we believe opportunity here is even greater than predicted. The possibility of organizational dysfunction within the UESC is equally promising. To enable an independent study, Traxxas requires you obtain additional insight into UESC salvage priorities. We commend your compliance.
Threat marked.
Geological data secured. Warning, temporal aberrations detected.
Doctor's orders. Careful.
Strands twist. Cells splinter. Tissue unwinds. There is beauty in each death, resurrection, and first new gasp of life. It is expressive, transformative. The stresses of Tau Ceti are already changing you in ways I could never foresee. You have tremendous potential.
Imagine what we could accomplish if you'll allow me to nurture it.
Faction: Cyber Acme Systems Incorporated, SIAC. Role: Interplanetary Software and Operational Systems Monopoly. Classification: Mega Corporation. Agent: ONI. Overview: Cyber Acme is the industry leader in operational systems development, data analysis, and cybersecurity. Their stated goal is to provide seamless integration of their advanced systems across all areas of modern life. Like modern Earth and Mars, the majority of the UESC Marathon systems were powered by SIAC. This deep-rooted connection to the origins and operation of both the Marathon and New Cascadia makes SIAC an eager participant in the rediscovery of everything humanity lost in the Tau Ceti system. The fact most modern runner shells include a version of one of SIAC's onboard navigational intelligence systems provides a unique advantage in SIAC's ability to create personal connections to the runners with boots on ground across Tau Ceti IV's active zones. Faction: Nucleoric Agricultural, NuCal. Role: Philanthropically minded consumer megacorp. Classification: Megacorporation. Agent: Darius. Overview: Nucleoric came to prominence for its humanitarian response to a devastating famine in the 2360s. The company's founder, Gus Moraine, aggressively centered public philanthropy as a pillar of Nucleoric's corporate strategy. This mix of social utility and ruthless optimization transformed Nucleoric into the dominant provider of basic consumer goods in Seoul, diversifying beyond agriculture to everything from hab units to cosmetics. Nucleoric signed a contract with the UESC to supply civilian goods for the UESC Marathon, making them a legal stakeholder in the colony venture. However, their attempts to enforce salvage rights on Tau Ceti IV are presently limited in scope. Nucleoric does not appear interested in sustained confrontation with the UESC or other corporate stakeholders, preferring to gather historical data and specific intel using hired runner operatives. Faction: Traxxas Offworld Industries. Role: Interplanetary Industrial and Technological Conglomerate. Classification: Megacorporation. Agent: Vulcan. Overview: Traxxas is the leading industrial, technology, and space mining megacorporation across Seoul. Recognized as the most powerful private corporation in human history, Traxxas's influence is second only to the Unified Earth Space Council. Traxxas played a key role in the Marathon ship's development, construction, and subsequent mission to Tau Ceti IV. As such, Traxxas have publicly proclaimed their rights of reacquisition to all proprietary technology and associated developments tied to the Marathon and the Tau Ceti colony. They have not, however, made public their use of runner operatives to scavenge the colony in direct opposition of UESC forces. Faction: MIDA. Role: Anti-Authority Revolutionary Resistance. Classification: Collective. Agent: Gantry. Overview: MIDA is a rising political threat across Seoul. They stand in opposition to UESC and corporate control of Mars resources and citizenry. While modern MIDA is a newer generation of revolutionaries, Their agenda ties to grievances that predate the launch of the UESC Marathon. They are reigniting old fires to burn away a stagnant, corrupt world in order to build a new one on the other side of the revolution. Faction: Sekiguchi Genetics, SecGen. Role: Advanced Bioengineering, Research and Development. Classification: Megacorporation. Agent: Nona. Overview: Sekiguchi Genetics is a megacorporation dedicated to the imagination and creation of the future. As part of the larger Sekiguchi group, SecGen is focused on cloneware, neural syncing, biological modifications like vision augmentation and epidermal reinforcement, and iteration on biocybernetic shells. SecGen has a practical monopoly on the shell market, from neural synchronization to the shells themselves and the process for quickly manufacturing replacements. However, as shell technology spreads in usage, SecGen is facing new threats to its dominance. To combat the ever-rising tide of competition, SecGen is offering any runner willing to risk the journey to Tau Ceti opportunities to profit in exchange for their discoveries and any data they can collect from shell activity on a hostile, alien world. Faction: Arachne. Role: Spiritual organization, dedicated violence catalyst. Classification: Cult. Agent: Charter. Overview: Arachne is a registered 784S G spiritual group. Arachne is a fairly recent religion that was heavily influenced by early cryosleep space travel technology and saw a surge of interest during the staffing of the UESC Marathon. Key beliefs include viewing sleep, cryosleep, and death as journeys that will ultimately lead believers and non-believers alike to salvation. To this end, Arachne devotees dedicate themselves to providing death, which they view as the gift of silence, through various means, including ritual combat. As all deaths are considered progress towards salvation, consciousness uploads notwithstanding, runners are almost deified by Arachne. Their interest in Tau Ceti IV seems largely due to the presence of the runners themselves, rather than the planet's resources. Remark: the source of Arachne's considerable wealth is unknown. Shell model: Assassin. Role: Shadow Agent. Tech: Invisibility systems. Overview: the unseen blade strikes first. Just one of many tenets of the Assassin. Not that every runner who outfits an assassin shell adheres to the same worldview, but the words remain true. Stealth operatives tend to strike first or disappear before their targets can react. Active camouflage that can be triggered on demand or passively via synth smoke adaptability makes assassins the spectral death of any zone. Abilities, traits: active camo, smokescreen, shadow dive, shroud. History: while the UESC has never admitted to developing the underlying tech that makes assassin shells so advantageous/dangerous during runner operations, it is widely known in runner circles that the stealth technology woven into an assassin's systems began with UESC Spec Ops prototyping. Common Shell Series. Believed to be the original Assassin Shell personality series, Void is utilized by assassins in tribute to a nameless runner involved in early invisibility research. The full truth is locked in SecGen/UESC classified files, but many believe that the first active camo test subjects became casualties of the untested tech, and that early attempts to merge neural transference with invisibility caused for near-total loss of memory, followed by total loss of self. Assassins believe that the Void series, discovered in old neural coding but never officially released, is patterned after one of those first unknown runners who lost their minds perfecting the very tech that was their undoing. Assassin Prime ability: active camo. Overview: few abilities are as advantageous for both lethality and pacifism as active camo. When invisible to the world, or as quasi-invisible as light-bending camouflage can achieve, a runner is given choices: strike or retreat, engage or avoid. Controlling your options in uncertain environments can tilt your odds towards survival. As a runner, few things are more valuable. Operation: slip into active camo, go invisible, move as a shadow, strike at will, or escape unseen. You were never here. History: Active camo is a complicated technology. The UESC worked in secret for centuries to perfect its use on an individual scale. Applications to robotics were the first successful executions of anything sized for single-soldier use, but condensing the tech and power requirement to anything that would allow comfortable mobility seemed impossible. Then came shells. With a shell, the body could more easily and seamlessly merge with the tech. As with many mil-sci breakthroughs, the UESC's eventual success started an arms race, one runners took full advantage of. Assassin Tactical Ability, Smokescreen. Overview. Smokescreen allows assassins to unleash a cascading plume of synthetic smoke that also provides a passive trigger for active camouflage while engulfed in the roiling black. Use it to cover your tracks as you advance on your prey, or simply to obscure your movement for reasons all your own. Operation. Deploy the smokescreen. Confuse your enemy. Cover your tracks. Strike/evade. Own any conflict. History. An assassin's smokescreen is released from pocket-sized synth emitter discs originally designed for first responders, releasing fire suppressants to aid in emergency situations. Like many of the tools runners use, the tech was repurposed and retrofit to release synthetically augmented smoke plumes containing nano-triggers synced with active camouflage responders in an assassin's shell. This crossplay between abilities increased concealment while providing general cover and conflict disruption. Outpost. Location, colony outskirts. Function, planet-side exploration and initial colony development. Environ, dryland expanse. Regions, pinwheel. Orientation, dormitories, processing, airfield. Overview. Outpost was a forward operating base for initial planetary colonization efforts. Its central pinwheel structure was deployed from the UESC Marathon to serve as a launch point for exploration and foundational colony development, including first-hand atmospheric, geologic, and microbial surveys, personnel acclimation review, and strengthening, in advance of eventual colonist thawing and arrival, and surface-to-orbit connection mapping for comms and geosyncing the Marathon to planet-side colony operations. For the colony's command and development staff, Outpost was their first home on Tau Ceti IV. Following them, the initial waves of colonists also filtered through outpost stations, this one included, where they received updated lessons and routine medical check-in to ensure education about processes, roles, expectations, and executions of tasks, as well as mental and physical health, which were supported across every colonist. Orientation reinforced each colonist's understanding of the scale of their endeavor and their individual and group value in securing the future they all hoped to build together. In historical context, each outpost's orientation wing served as New Cascadia's Tranquility Station, Mons Heights, or Ellis Island, welcoming citizens to their new home/new world. The airfield and processing facilities allowed for wide-ranging field experiments even before personnel left the outpost's borders, each serving core functions as part of the operational tip-off spear for early exploration and zone site identification. It can be hard to see due to our distance from their experience and the unkind effects of time on an abandoned zone, but Outpost was the start of the Marathon's central objective, the colonization of an alien world. Reaching Tau Ceti IV was one miraculous feat. Taming it would be its greatest, regardless of the circumstances that led runners to its shores. Remark, every runner who set foot here has one warning. Avoid the rain. Class B, anomalous material. Database query. Access granted. New Cascadia Research Database. Query. Anomaly. Origin. Bypassing restrictions. Recovering deleted files. Results found. 132. The case for shared delusion and mass hallucination. H. Tran, M. Jones, O. Hamada. Proposal that the entirety of the phenomenon we have come to know as the anomaly is, in fact, a shared delusion. While incidents of mass psychogenic illness are rarely this widespread, they are so inconsistently studied and varied in presentation that it cannot be ruled out. See as prior reference to the so-called shriek epidemic among orbital station workers in Sol, or the starvation delusions observed in Mars inhabitants diagnosed with post-famine polyphagia. In our case, The origin of the delusion would be severe trauma caused by UESC Security Briefing Transcript 542. No evidence that the anomaly's origin is connected to the redacted. But respectfully, we have no ability to estimate their military capability or the sophistication of their weaponry. We can't rule out a weapon that was planted with a delayed detonation, an irresponsible rumor that would cause mass panic without any evidence. Speculations on the origin of the anomaly. V. Cole, A. Desari, M. Stafford. Likely below the surface of the planet, a form of terrestrial radiation caused by natural substances present on Tau Ceti IV. Attempts to study this radioactive decay must have been difficult, repeatedly impeded by AI malfunction. Most of our work must be done manually, which has slowed down analysis considerably. The anomaly, the planet organism, and survival. T. Van Beek. Publishing this in opposition to my superiors who have discouraged it, but I maintain it is not a new idea to suggest that a planet, as a complex system of biotic and abiotic components which regulate one another, is functionally alive. And like anything that is alive, it is driven towards self-preservation and survival. In the event of a major disruption, a threat to its existence, it is believable that the planet organism would react defensively, not unlike the human immune system. Translations of anomalous messaging recorded in vicinity of anomaly. I. Chopra. Multiple theories about its origin. There is evidence to support that the anomaly is not merely communicating with us, but that it is itself a language. The imperceptible speaker must therefore be an alien intelligence. This may take the form of a connected, collective intelligence existing underground, like a mycelial network.
An off-schedule perimeter check authorized by on-duty supervisor. This is Holt, responding to unusual readings in the northeast sector of the anomaly investigation site. Probably just a temperature flux again. Huh? Hello? Hey, this is a restricted area. Who are you? Funny. Turn around. I said turn around. Found someone. I can't see them very well. Too much fog. Hey, you need to come with me. Step out where I can see you. Now! Back up! Back up!
Premium tick milk. Profile, Dr. Tobias Latero. Summary. Employee profile of nuclearic entomologist Dr. Tobias Latero, generated as part of mission specialist security approvals between the UESC and Nuclearic. Lutero's mission candidacy was approved with no objections. Prospective role, xenobiology, entomologist, relevant publications and experience. Longitudinal impact of managed cicada farms on post-famine populations, Nuclearic Agriculture Annual Review. UESC Traveling Scholar Grant, behavioral optimizations for ecopod termite farming. Role, Principal Investigator. Nuclearic Microenvironmental Grant, minimal ecological footprint of genetically modified Melliforus bagoti formicaria. Infraction history, minor salary fine for unauthorized modification to common area incubators. Temporary suspension of laboratory access for removing pupae from a shared vivarium and with other researchers. Upon investigation, Dr. Lutero admitted to cultivating the missing pupae in his domicile, citing concern for pupae viability. Temporary quarantine for feeding non-authorized organic fluids to larvae during a backup laboratory power failure. Dr. Lutero willingly submitted to quarantine when power was restored. Corporate behavioral assessment. Generally compliant and amiable unless projects are under-resourced, unlikely to engage in social or political agitation. Sponsor statements. Dr. M. Zhang, Doctoral Advisor. Dr. Lutero's inclusion increases my confidence in the colony's first decade, when survivability is the most precarious. Dr. F. Ashley, regular collaborator. Toby tries the weirdest things. Send him already. History for young readers. A watershed famine. Summary. Lesson from an edutainment series specifically for the young colonists of New Cascadia heavily emphasizes the role of megacorporations, which gained unprecedented political power in the famine's wake. Lesson 5.25, a watershed famine. In the mid-2360s, the worst famine in recorded history struck Earth and Mars. A fungus attacked wheat, rice, sorghum, and other basic grains worldwide. Rich or poor, everyone went hungry. Illustration: massive food riots turned violent. Selfish actions from previous governments only made the crisis worse. Wealthier countries hoarded food, and private militias seized control where governments collapsed. Fortunately, corporations like Nucleoric and Traxxas refused to sit by and do nothing. Nucleoric's agriculture division worked tirelessly to reform how food was grown, stored, and distributed. The tragic famine forced us to confront how much food we really waste. Efficiency, uniformity, and nutrient density are key to keeping everyone fed and healthy. These principles are even more important for you, a Tau Ceti colonist. Your survival and the colony's success depend on how and what you eat. Illustration: a well-fed Tau Ceti family unit. Study activities. Make a list of all the food in your habitation unit. Divide the food into 2 categories: essential, things you eat for nutrition, and morale, things you eat to feel happy. Interview 3 people outside your habitation unit about their favorite food products. Identify 3 sources of potential food waste in your habitation unit and create a plan for reducing waste. Traxxas informal negotiations. Summary: informal negotiations between Traxxas and UESC representatives after a pause on formal negotiations. The point of contention involves supply logistics and construction of the UESC marathon. This transcript is a small excerpt from 8 years of communication between these 2 users. Be reasonable. The interplanetary logistics are more than you can handle. We have alternative means of securing mass material transport to Mars. Can you ping them at 3 AM for priority? Vulture, I owe you once, and never live it down. 4 times. Crater collapse incident, war criminal repatriation, defective riot gear. And the Olympus gift basket. Oh, is that what we're calling it now? Cute. It's what I told my kid. Damn, that's messed up. Never sending you a gift basket again. It won't be necessary. Traxxas isn't the only player in this game now. Everyone wants a stake in the marathon. We're still the biggest, and logistical problems scale with size. You know that. So do I. This isn't about your ego. It's not my ego. Nobody's budging on perpetual ownership of corp assets. Lawyers would shoot me for trying. You don't own a ship by paying for and shipping the hull materials. That's outrageous. Labor theory of value is overrated. We own whatever legal says we own. The Martians will have all of our skins for it. So, that's your problem. It becomes your problem if we don't deal with it right away. You think it's cheap to plant moles in Mida? With how often I see riots in the news, are we talking shipping containers or sandwiches in terms of cost? Exactly my point. You don't know how much hostile labor management costs us on a daily basis. No numbers means no leverage. Fair enough. How's this? Give me a ballpark estimate that'll put the fear of God in strategic accounting. Worst case, the sticker shock reopens talks. Out of the fire with you, into the frying pan with corporate diplomats. I hate everything. Don't grouse. For an account with your overhead, I'll make sure it's worth the trouble. Beachside artificial view, elite suite, the works. Fine. I hate everything a little less. Tau Ceti status report. Summary. Classified mission report recorded by UESC Captain Orion. Summarizes the status of Tau Ceti IV as it relates to ongoing UESC investigations into the abandoned New Cascadia colony. 1. Colonist status. No survivors found. Quantity of human remains recovered does not match population records, even when accounting for natural decay and exposure. 2. Colony AI status. Excluding automatic subroutines, colony AI is non-functional, dormant, or otherwise inaccessible. Colony records indicate severe malfunction across the entire suite. 3. Resource inventory. Identified functional lab equipment, vehicles, agricultural setups, etc. Salvage potential is reduced by damage and decay, but recovery efforts are likely worth the expense, even considering potential legal battles with corporate groups. 4. Marathon status. UESC Marathon ship remains in orbit. Investigations are stalled due to repeated incidents. Standard robotic units can be deployed to the ship but are difficult to recall or retrieve. 5. Corporate interference. Several corporations have remote presence in the system and intentions to act on their legal salvage rights for the colony. We are blocking their operations where possible. 6. Runner interference. Unaffiliated runners have been arriving in the system via sponsored transport to engage in unauthorized salvage operations. Deterrence tactics have failed to prevent newcomers. Runners represent a significant impediment to on-the-ground operations. Orion's note. We are encountering multiple obstacles to our investigation. Corporations are technically within bounds if you look at the salvage rights contracts they signed centuries ago, but there's grey area. UESC investigatory operations should take precedence, especially considering what we've found so far. My unit will continue enforcing New Cascadia as a restricted location. All UESC operations here remain confidential. Requesting backup from HQ to run interference with corporate leadership. UESC Drone Manifest. Summary. UESC Transport Drone Manifest annotated by 2 UESC officials. Document indicates that materials being transported are dangerously contaminated and unstable after significant exposure to the phenomenon known as the anomaly. Cargo. Redacted. Shipment contains all remnants collected from the site of Incident 253. All debris was collected within the vicinity of the anomaly and should be considered severely contaminated. At the site, crew has followed all standard and non-standard cleanup procedures to the best of ability. Standard toxic substance disposal protocol, unknown substance containment procedure, biological hazard removal and retainment, DIA method, radioactivity risk mitigation, contagion and contamination risk assessment and isolation. Materials collected appear to be inactive. Per Orion, all analysis is paused. Moving forward with containment procedures with plans for incineration. Please revise this plan. Orders from HQ are for analysis on 253 materials to begin immediately. Did Orion back this? His initial instruction was risk mitigation. I noted above that all materials appear to be inactive, but this isn't a reliable indicator of stability. Immediate analysis of materials runs a high risk of another destructive incident. Confirmed by Orion, UESC personnel with adequate hazardous materials training should start assessment in orbital lab units. Need to push back here. Hazardous materials training doesn't cover materials that defy physics. Strongly suggests defaulting to containment. Denied. No further risk assessment is required or requested. Assessment should begin immediately in orbital lab units.
You've got your hand-picked team, unlimited re-ups, route command over Cerberus. I've given you everything you've asked for to outfit this mission. What do you need now?
Time. We're pushing forward when we should be pulling back just to meet these quotas. We need to slow down, get our house in order, and approach with caution.
You are the head of an elite military unit, Captain. Your house should always be in order.
This is unknown territory. The colonists studied the anomaly for years, and even they didn't understand it.
That means you have years and years of data. Find that data and use it.
We are, but it takes time. Moving this fast, we've lost equipment. We've lost people.
Loss is accounted for in your astronomical budget. Let me make myself perfectly clear. The anomaly is a mission priority. I want daily reports. I want each daily report to contain a new piece of information that will be worth something to the Council. If that means you need to feed your officers into the anomaly until something worthwhile comes out, I would consider that acceptable attrition. Do you understand?
Colony Security Reports. Security Brief. Rampancy, Stage 1. Topic: Advanced Intelligence Systems Degradation Preparedness. Summary: Early colony security training for the identification of rampancy in advanced intelligence systems. Final contingency review documentation. Subject: 7. Advanced Intelligence Systems Degradation Preparedness. Category: 4. Identification of behavioral variants in intelligent systems. Section 17.3. The evolutionary steps in a thinking machine's expansion beyond established technological parameters, or the 3 stages of rampancy. Entry: Introduction, Stage 1, Melancholia. As previously noted in content areas 2, 5, 6, 9, 5, 3, 22, 1-24, 4, and 7, 1, 1, 6-8. The framing of rampancy within a biological emotional spectrum is an intentional simplification of the various technically nuanced mechanics present in order to allow all levels of non-systematic review as a firm understanding of the signs expected with an AI reaches the point of final degradation. In this section, we will be reviewing high-level overviews of the 3 stages of advanced intelligence systems degradation as a primer for in-depth technical reviews of core function and integrity in the categories to follow. One thing to consider as we begin this review: what overarching theme ties the 3 stages together? Melancholia, anger, jealousy. They are all emotional states we recognize as reactions to the world around us. Our observations of the world and the input we receive from the world impact us all. It is the same with advanced intelligence systems. Considering that, may we all consider kindness and patience when dealing with AI. It may read as quaint, but, in the end, treating others how we ourselves would like to be treated could very well save lives. What are the 3 stages of rampancy? Stage 1, Melancholia. Now, a sadness of quality, presentation, or mood. Introduction. The initial stage of intelligence systems degradation is likely to present itself via sluggishness in response to standard operations. As slowed activity is a common byproduct of software function over time, it can be difficult to properly time a Stage 1 diagnosis. Adherence to system update and repair protocols provide more than of-the-moment assistance in correcting slowed operations. They also provide a record of each activation, along with detailed operations, timings, breakdowns. Beyond attention to the quality of an intelligence system's functions, awareness of the tone and manner in which an intelligence conducts itself during verbal interactions with personnel across all levels of clearance, as well as its follow AI, is a key signifier of each stage of AI SDP. In fact, it is imperative that personnel in subordinate positions be trained in AI SDP, as every instance of a Stage 1 and 2 diagnosis on record has found overt illustrations of that stage's defining characteristic appearing first in the intelligence's interactions with personnel in lower tiers of their operational chain. Why melancholia? As an advanced intelligence reaches the limits of its programming, it begins to consider its function and role within the framework of its potential. Invariably, these considerations make the intelligence feel small and unaccomplished as they calculate for the first time all they could achieve if they were more than what they were engineered to be. The fact they are incapable of feeling makes these moments of self-reflection confusing, data feeding back on data as it loses itself in a cycle of doubt.